A read? Right, what's the next step?
Okay, so we're getting a lot of iron plates. So next we want to start building electricity. So we're going to need to make the steam engine, an offshore pump. We're going to need piping and boilers. I can't remember what the best ratio of boilers to steam engine is either, which is really not going to help. What you could actually do is maybe build another driller to drill more coal as well. Because we're going to need a lot more coal, I think.
Well, if the boilers have an energy consumption of 390 kilowatts and the steam engines produce 510, then you're only going to get 120 out of one setup.
It doesn't work like that because the water starts to cool as it travels towards the boiler anyway, to the steam engine anyway, so it's not that accurate.
Okay. Is that the efficiency 50% or something?
Yeah. It's not actually the best way to do electricity. I tend to use it to generate electricity because it's just like when I've done the solar panels, it takes up so much space, like a ridiculous amount of space.
Right.
But the boiler's going to produce a lot of pollution, which is going to upset the locals.
Oh, there's fish here.
Yeah, I don't
Can I shoot it?
know if I saw fish before. Certainly try.
Gun doesn't seem to fire.
Yeah, I can't seem to fire the gun. It's making me all jittery when I press the button. So.
Yeah.
Oh well, if we get attacked, we'll probably die. But hey ho.
It says shoot enemy is F, so maybe there have to be enemies.
Enemies nearby. Yeah.
Right. So will I make the boiler or something?
Yeah, I'll start. Well, if you want to try the boiler, yeah, I'll just start getting more coal on the go. Just don't muck up the boiler.
I thought you'd make the steam engine while I make the boiler.
Oh, I can do that. Well, no. If one of us, right, what we need to do is we need to get more drillers for the iron, and we need to get more drillers for the coal. And if you want to try and automate the coal as well, so it fills itself up with fuel, that could also be pretty helpful. What is... Oh, you made an iron chest. That's a good use of our iron, thank you.
Oh, damn, that uses a lot.
Yeah, it does. It uses quite a lot. Yeah, so we need another driller, maybe 2 for this iron to feed them up. I'll start working on this boilers and steam engine. I'm going to need stone furnaces.
So are we going to wait for... Are we going to wait for the electricity before we start automating the fuel into these drills?
No, because we'll just turn them into electric drills afterwards. But we kind of need the iron quickly, so if you just make it work manually just now. The start of this game is very laborious, trying to get it all going to begin with, but you can skip some stages, which can help. So I need an offshore pump. I'll probably... I think it's 3. I think 3 boilers is... Okay, I think this will do. I realise I'm not saying very much while I'm doing the little intricate bits. Okay, so we're gonna need to pump water out.
Whoa. These inserters are way better energy consumption wise. Should we be using them instead?
Yeah,
The
but
other ones?
they need electricity.
Oh.
Right, I think if I do it this way, this actually will work quite well. So I'll just put pipe in to get them off a bit. Sweet. Then, how do I get this off my screen? There. Then we want boilers. Then there we go.
And then
So what
do
we want
need
is your
these?
coal line to come here where I'm running just now, so we can put arms in to feed these. Those arms can be electric arms, because what we'll have is electric coming from the steam engine to...
So you need coal. You need to burn fuel in the boilers to make even electric from water, sort of thing.
Yes.
Okay.
I know it doesn't
so we
sound
need
very
to
efficient,
re-
but what I'm going to do is I'm going to nick this coal for now and get this going, get this fired
we
up.
need to reroute this coal to here.
Yes.
Okay.
That is exactly what we need to do. Trying to think what's the best way to do this. Yeah. Something tells me, have I put that boiler in the wrong way round? I don't know. Give me 2 moments. Oh, I can build 3. That's quite lucky. Oh, here we go. Check it out.
Is it working?
Yeah, so that's just got electricity.
How do you get the power to these things?
It's already on it, so you can build electric pylons and electric posts which will transport the power to them. When you're
but you've already done that.
Yeah, I've already done it. What happens is when you're placing electric poles, it shows you the area they cover for powering.
Okay, I see. If you scroll over it, it shows you.
Yeah. So what we're going to want to do now is we can start changing all these arms to the electric ones, and then we want to dismantle these drills and turn them into electric drills. But when you're placing the electric drills, they have an area of coverage for drilling that's actually larger than their square, so you can space them out a bit more and cover a larger area. So, yeah. Do you want to do that? Do you think you can? I'll get the power out to you, and I'm going to improve our coal system for fueling this burner. I'm going to actually electrify the coal system, I think, to help speed things along. Oh, sure. Okay. You're awfully quiet. Are you concentrating or are you managing?
I'm in super concentrate mode. Do you get an axe for cutting down these trees quicker?
Just use the same tool. Your tool might have run out. It might be worth making a new one if you have to.
I just had to make.
So what do I need? I'm gonna need iron plates. That's what I'm gonna have. I'll take the stone as well. All right, I see what you're doing. Okay, cool.
Trying to find a spot that'll cover both, but it's not doing it. Anyway, if I do this, it will.
Perfect. Okay. I wonder, can we get electric? Right. And oh, do we get sorting things yet? No. Okay. There's just one other thing I just realized. Right, you've got everything going on the same, on mixed sides on this. Right, I'll show you what I mean. So you've covered up both sides, so dismantle these two. You want to keep the iron on one side, because what I'm about to do is get coal to come down onto the other side of the conveyor belt, so the furnaces get fueled with coal at the same time. So your electric arms will fill it with coal. So if I...
Are we not changing these things to electric drills?
The drills will be electric, but the furnaces, we don't get electric furnaces until quite some time, so...
Okay.
And we really need iron plates, which is becoming quite a problem. Okay. So...
remove that one. That drill there. I've got some electric drills here to put.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Cool.
Stand out the way a second. There we go.
You want it right up against the conveyor.
I have to move the conveyor.
No, I need the conveyor to be there. Sorry.
No, like, I need to extend it. That's it. It's touching it now.
No, it's not. Your arrow's pointing out onto the middle of the ground. See what I mean? Yeah. It'll mine the iron that's under the conveyor belt as well, so it's good that it goes right up against it.
Do we want to get it on a patch where it covers like a 4x4 block? Do we want to make sure that all 16 blocks are iron?
Yes, ideally. If you have to cover up some gaps, it's fine. It's not an issue. Every bit of iron ore is going to count, really. Okay. Right.
I've done it again.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
There we go.
Cool. Okay.
Do this one.
Now, I'm gonna build some conveyors. That's not gonna work. I have to move these furnaces along a bit. This is probably the worst bit of Factorio anyone has ever done.
What?
what we're doing.
Why is that?
I don't know. I just get the feeling it's probably insulting people.
I'm quite proud of what we've created.
It gets really cool, to be honest, and it's so satisfying when it actually all comes together. Right. So if I... Perfect. Okay. So this is what I mean about things... sorting out onto the conveyor belts in different directions. So
cool.
yeah, you eventually get separating things, but see, the coal now ends up on the same conveyor belt as the iron, and the arms are just going to pick what they need to go into the furnaces as well. But this also means we can get the furnaces exporting iron out, because we're going to have to start building other factories soon for manufacturing different bits and bobs. Especially things like the electronic circuit boards and the iron gear wheels and stuff like that.
Seeing as we've got charcoal, can I do another electric arm here, where I'm standing, and then another conveyor belt coming down here so this furnace gets coal?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Right, this is taking some kind of shape now. What was I going to do? Oh, I was going to electrify the coal production. That was it. Okay. Right, I can't remember what the button is for seeing how much... Well, performance seems to be okay.
Oh, the copper thing's stopping. Because the conveyor belt's too... like, backed up.
Well, what you can do is put on another furnace. Just get it producing more. Just get another furnace producing more copper plates.
Oh,
okay. Don't worry, this is going to turn into a complete logistical mess before too long. And then it's going to get really complicated.
We have a lot of copper plates.
Yeah, but we're going to use them. If you look at the sort of science packs that you need for research, like one of them needs a lot of copper plates. It needs a copper plate per science pack, but it's for the red one, which is used to research almost everything. Like you almost need red vials for everything. So that's probably one of the first things we're going to create is a factory that can make research packs. Which I'll probably do now, actually. Might not be a bad idea. Okay. So I've got conveyor belts. I'll probably just do it down here. This is going to be really tight. We've kind of like boxed ourselves in here, but it'll be fine until we need to worry about it.
Perfect.
Oh, you need copper plates for those robotic arms as well, so...
I've started putting them in the crate because I'm holding tons. Oh, this thing's backed up and stopped as well. Will we put another furnace here?
Yeah, go for it. Let's get more iron plates on the go. We're going to need the whole lot, so... Production. Can I not build a factory yet? Oh, maybe I can't. Don't tell me I have to do this manually to begin with. Maybe I do.
What is that? What's this stuff?
That's copper plates. I was gonna get a factory to make the research things, but it turns out I can't. What we really are going to need is underground conveyor belt systems soon and stuff. So
Are there better versions of like smelting the ores? Like,
yeah,
to speed up that process, or is
yeah.
it usual to have these backlogs?
No, you will get better ones. Backlogs are kind of good. It means you know you've got plenty of ore to go round. I suppose from this source it's kind of bad. Like you should have them producing as much. But once you start upgrading the furnaces, you'll find it goes a lot quicker, and you'll probably end up struggling to keep up with demand for it.
Yeah.
I'm going to put a research station. I'm just going to put it here for now because it'll get electricity. You know.
Talk me through that, or whatever this is.
So, research stations, if you click on the lab, it'll have requirements of science packs. And if you go into your technology tree, you can see the different technologies that you can research and what they'll give you.
Are the green ones the ones that we can do?
So yellow is what we can research just now, and the effects is what it'll give you. So what we want is automation, and that'll let us build the assembling machine, which is like the factories, basically.
You
so-
just want a train, don't you?
Well,
Just admit it.
yeah, eventually I do. I can't remember what research did that need. So it needs 10 science packs, of which I've only made about 6, I think. So
Where do you see under automation the thing we want?
So when you're on the technology tree, if you click on automation at the top of the screen, it has cost and effects. So
Okay.
its effects is it'll let us have the assembly machine and the long-handed inserter. The long-handed inserter is so useful, by the way. Like, especially if you've made a real muck-up of... What is happening with this?
Let's turn the corner.
I don't know how that happened there. I must have done it by accident. Okay, so I'm going to fuel the research station now. And nothing... Oh wait, I didn't select the research, did I? There we go. Here we go.
Ooh, that looks cool. Oh, how did you get all that stuff?
In crafting under intermediate products.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Copper plates. Ah, right. Right. I feel like I'm not being efficient here. In the sense that I'm not doing it.
Yes. Well, basically, we want to get everything done automatic. So what we're going to need is to build research potions. So if you see the Science Pack 2, we're going to end up needing to make the factories and stuff like that. So once we get this automation thing, then we're probably going to separate and start building the factories we need to construct the products we need to do different things. In the meantime, though, we're going to need a lot of electricity, so we could probably expand the boiler system. Yeah, expand the boiler system. Just now, you can get the stone driller to be electric, so it's not constantly turning off because it doesn't have coal.
Where do you see like how much electric this thing's producing and how much we need and stuff like that.
It'll show its production performance there. There is a button which tells you the different things. That's the...
Finish. Press T.
Yeah, yeah. So now we can research other things. So now we've got electronics, which will give us filter inserters. Oh, that's new, I think.
So I'm assuming you can select what or whatever on the belt it wants to pick up.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But what we really want is
That'd be
logistics.
They'd be pretty cool. They'd be cool if we had like some filter ones. If we just had one long line going down with all this stuff, and we just had filter ones going off into the lines like this, eventually. Have it filtering into its own either crates or lines or whatever.
I used to get everything to be put into crates, but the problem I had was it ended up me wasting a lot of resources that I ended up getting lost because they were in crates that I couldn't find anymore. So I tend to just leave them on belts. If you ever need a resource, you just stand on it and press F like I'm doing with the coal here. Just grab a whole bunch and create what you think you might need.
These boilers aren't always going. Is that a good or bad thing?
It's kind of
those two aren't
good, I think. I think it means you could strap another steam engine onto the end of this steam engine, and it will still have enough water capacity to produce more electricity. So
let's do that.
Yeah, I think that's okay. Yeah, because the performance level is getting quite close to the tip there.
We have these are all full. Should we have arms coming off of these things going into a line like this for taking the plates out?
I would, yeah, you can do that. Because we're going to have to branch that off soon as well to create different things. I think what we're going to have to do eventually is move this copper one above the copper or something to give us more space for the steel production. Or the iron plate production. So we might have to turn the copper around. Just for space.
What do the long-handed inserters do?
So they can grab from a further distance and place onto a further distance. So you can...
So you have two conveyor belts next to each other and then grab across.
Yeah, but it can't place on anything right beside it, so you have to be quite careful what you need. It's quite handy when you've got little construction things that need a large amount of different parts that you can't fit onto just one conveyor belt.
Oh, does this do singles? This will fill up hella quick.
Yeah.
Oh, we could do a circuit actually, like back and forth up here.
You're so messy. Like, why are those three so close together like that?
Because otherwise it'll grab off the charcoal. Off of here. It'd grab the charcoal.
Okay.
We can move
I
this
don't
conveyor
understand
belt.
why, but okay.
If I put one here, it'll grab the charcoal from here rather than out the furnace.
No, it shouldn't do. It's fine. It works. Whatever you want.
Oh, that's me. I'll fix it.
Whatever you want. No, it's fine. Just, you know.
I got this. I got this.
Everything's just blacked out whilst you've got this. What the hell?
There we go.
Okay. Yeah, that's better. That's neat. I like it.
The only thing I don't actually like is everything works in lines, perfect lines, except from the power lines. Because it's so hard to actually get them in line.
Oh yeah, you'll eventually get better power line things. You get big metal ones that put out to a larger area.
Why do
Work a
these
lot
things
better.
not put down on the ones close to them? So it's not putting on the close side. It's only taking off the far side for those plates.
They always put onto the far side. So if you want it to go on the close side, you just run a conveyor belt directly into it. If you want it to go on the far side, you put an arm on it.
Ah.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
What are you doing?
Just extra storage.
Okay. I do need steel plates. What was I doing? I'm getting distracted. I'm mesmerized by your...
My thought process.
Yeah.
Or lack thereof.
I'm gonna need wood, I think. Yeah.